What's up everyone, V here, and today for our Halloween special, I don't know what the hell that was, but yeah, for the Halloween special, which hopefully uploads, or hopefully will drop on Halloween. If not, then it kind of defeats the whole purpose of this video, but for our Halloween special, I shall be reviewing the Neca Ghost face from Scream. I don't know what these voices are, but yeah. I was like, you know what, keep it a tradition, every Halloween I'll make a video reviewing a horror character. And last year was an interesting video, to say the least. Started out reviewing a Moon Knight figure, ended reviewing Michael Myers. So I was like, how about we try to actually make a better Halloween special this year? That one's a hot mess, but I think it was kind of fun if you want to go check that out. Doesn't even feel like it was a year ago. My god. Time is just flying, soon we'll all be dead. Anyway, I was like, why not review a figure of my second favorite horror character, which is Ghostface. And this, of course, is Ghostface as he appears in pretty much any of the Screams, let's be honest. It's not like the look really changes beyond maybe a dirtier mask, but that's kind of mostly just in 6. And, I mean, there are girl Ghostfaces too, I shouldn't be saying he, but I think this one's probably based off the first Scream movie, because it does feel like a man underneath the robes. So yeah, Scream is probably my second favorite horror movie franchise next to Halloween, but I think it has the most solid entries. That's probably because it hasn't been rebooted at all. The most I'd say it came to a reboot was like the weird MTV series, but I've never watched that. It's the only Scream related thing I haven't watched, so I don't know if that's still in the same universe or not. But yeah, and unlike the Halloween franchise, which got rebooted like 4 different times, Scream has just stayed consistent. Not as many entries, but I feel like it's mostly solid. 1's great, 4's great, 5's great, 6 is great. 2 is okay. We don't talk about 3. But yeah, I am a really big fan of the newer ones. I think they're really well done, and I really like the last one. And I love Ghostface. He's the one horror character I never found scary, and I think that's intentional. But yeah, I love Ghostface. I love the movies ever since I was little. I love how clumsy and stupid he is. And I love how over the top the costume is, because of course it's like, the Scream franchise is like a commentary on the horror franchise in and of itself. So I just love that this is the most over-the-top killer design ever. So yeah, this of course is the NECA figure. Not like any of the Ultimate figures. This is just the carded one I found at Target. But I mean, it gets the job done. It's got the essentials. So yeah, before we get into a Ghostface, we shall get into the packaging. And if the camera angle looks weird, it's because I had to prop it up higher than I usually do, because, yeah, this is how a 6-inch figure looks. So yeah, the camera's up way higher, but I don't really have a good height, so it might be a little higher than it should be, but it is what it is. Also, Ghostface mask in the back, because why not? And the pumpkin for Halloween. This is the last time you'll see it, till next year. Also, that Ghostface mask I've had since 2016, and I got it at, I think, Dollar General, and it's still around. Also, I got a Marvel book holding up the packaging, because if not, it just falls over. But yeah, this is an interesting packaging. You can kind of open it without destroying it, but yeah. We got Ghostface, ages 17 and up. You have to basically be a legal adult to play with this? Come on, NECA, that's a bit much. Warning, choking hazard, not for children under 3 years old. You just said, like, not even a freshman in high school could have this. NECA, real toys. An interesting artwork of Ghostface. I think it's pretty cool. His jaw looks, I guess that's the right size for his jaw. Whatever mouth thing. Big as hell bubble. And on the back, just a bunch of pictures of the figure with, like, film roll there. So, yeah, I don't know what, year this figure came out in. It could be old as hell, for all I know. It'd probably say on the feet, right? 2019. Okay. So it's a little of an older figure. So yeah, here is Ghostface in all of his glory. And he doesn't come with much, but he comes with like the bare essentials that you would want with a Ghostface. Comes with one alternate hand, and that is to hold the voice changer. So we'll take a quick look at that. Nice. Oddly, it's painted. You'd think it'd just be molded in that color, but no. But it's got a lot of nice detail. Of course, you can remove it from the hand, and it's got some buttons painted on the back, which is nice. Just slides in the hand there. And stays pretty well. You could just swap it out. I'm not gonna, because I don't feel like it, and I never really swap out the hands. But it looks cool. You got the voice changer. And for his final accessory, he comes with, I mean, what's a killer without his weapon of killing? And unlike the Michael review, I actually have the accessories to showcase. Man, that video's a hot mess. Of course, he has the signature Ghostface knife. Do they just buy the same brand knife? Because I feel like they all have a specific knife, which isn't just like a knife you'd have at the house. Like, what's this curve here? But yeah, it's got hiccups. It's got some nice paint. Kind of chipped it a bit because of putting it in its hand. Silver paint's nice, and you can just slide it in his hand there. And sometimes I like, and you can do it, slide it from the bottom, so you know he can actually stab people, or attempt to. He's not the greatest killer. I mean, sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. When he's trying to catch the main character, he's clumsy as hell. When he's trying to just kill a random side character, he's phenomenal. Yeah, you can't fit it in the other hand. So yeah, that's literally it for the accessories. But that's all you really need. So yeah, this is, of course, 7-inch scale figure, so it's probably not going to fit with most of your, or any of your 6-inch scale figures, but it looks pretty cool. And one thing you'll notice, of course, since it's NECA, the entire robe is fabric, so there's not really much to talk about here. Try to up the brightness a bit so you can see it. Although, I feel like I remember Ghostface having a belt. I don't know. Maybe that's just something the costumes had, but never actually had in the movie. Maybe it did. I don't know. But yeah, it looks really great. And, also, almost forgot. The hand is open, and you do have the articulation to do the, Ghostface, like, shink thingy. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, taking a closer look at, which is basically just the mask. And, it's the Ghostface mask, alright. You can pull the hood down to reveal he doesn't really have a back of the head, but it looks really good. It's basically just the mask back there. It's painted pretty well. Looks really good, and the hood, of course, just pulls over. And unlike pretty much all Black Series figures, the hood actually sits well. I do kind of have like a loose thread up here that kind of hangs down. Isn't really noticeable on camera, but it's kind of noticeable in person, but doesn't bother me too much, and it's probably just on my copy, I'll be honest. And there is a wire in the back, so you can change the shape of like this back here, which is really cool. They actually put effort into the soft goods. I'm not used to that, because I usually hate soft goods on figures because it never sits well. But when you do it right, there's even a wire here so you can adjust that too. So when you do it right, add wires, stitch it right, soft goods are actually phenomenal on figures. But 9 times out of 10, Hasbro, they don't look good or sit good. And at the end of the day, most times I'd rather prefer plastic. But I mean, NECA doesn't skimp around. And then of course it's just black robe. It's black robe. You got the danglies here, which look really good, and they're of course on both sides. Then you come down to the fabric. It's a nice fabric, I gotta say. It's got that kind of sheen that the Ghostface look does have. Stitched down the back, and of course it's spiked at the bottom. Then you can see, and he also has pants, because if you lift it up, oh, I did not lift it all the way. I guess he also just has skin-tight black spandex suit on underneath as well. But yeah, he's got pants, and apparently insanely chiseled abs. Stu was going crazy. And the other guy, why can't I remember his name? I'm awful with character names sometimes. But yeah, I mean, interesting. And then of course he's got the interesting shoes. Because, you know, Ghostface is over here wearing brown shoes. You'd think he'd wear black shoes to match the vibe. This looks cursed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just cloth. And then a basic muscular body underneath. So yeah, not much to talk about detail-wise, because there's not really much going on. Articulation-wise, he does have a ball joint at the head. Hey, a train. And the hood does kind of move with it. Can look down that far, up that far. Arm rotates, hinges out that far. Double. It's a bicep swivel. I was saying like every joint except the correct joint. But he does have a double jointed elbow, and the fabric doesn't really get in the way of articulation. Rotation and a hinge in and out, I believe, on all the hands. Rotation at the waist, and I don't really think there's much like torso articulation, but he can kick surprisingly well forward, despite the fact that he's got the normal fabric suit and then pants on. Can kind of kick back. Can kind of do the splits, but you can only really get one leg out because, again, it's a fabric suit underneath. Thigh rotation. Single jointed knee, and then a hinge up and down at the ankle. So this isn't like Marvel Legends level articulation. Oh, lost his knife there. But I mean, why would it be? It's Ghostface. It's not like he's Spider-Man. And height wise, he's a big boy, since of course he's a 7-inch scale figure. So he won't fit in with your average Marvel Legends scale figure. Here is Moon Knight, for example. Pretty big. Or fit in scale with an average Black Series scale figure. Here is Commander Appo. And, well, nothing else is ever in scale with an average Voyager class Black Series Transformers figure. Here is Siege Shockwave. I mean, if this scaling was accurate, then Ghostface is big as hell. But he will fit in with your more 7-inch scale figures. Here's a DC McFarlane, The Flash. Actually, he's a bit bigger than The Flash. And a Jazzwares Halo Master Chief. So, actually, he's a little tall. I guess Flash is like 5'4" and he's like 6'1". But yeah, but he will probably pose best with other NECA figures. Couple of comparisons here. He is next to that Michael Myers from last year's special. Let's get him standing. And for fun, because this is what I own most from NECA, the Predator. Specifically the Jungle Predator from the first movie. I have a lot of NECA Predators. I'm gonna just put that out there right now. I got like 5 or 6, maybe even 7. So yeah, this is an interesting crew. Half of these are in Fortnite. Maybe next year we'll get a Ghostface skin, and this will literally be a Fortnite squad. Technically, this is almost a Fortnite squad, because Master Chief's in Fortnite as well. Actually, the Clone Trooper and Flash and Moon Knight are also in Fortnite. Dang. Anyway, that's about it. That's about it. Another chill video, because again, I'm recording this one at like 4 in the morning because I sat down and started playing Spider-Man 2 and literally didn't stop until I finished the game. Amazing game. And I know I said the Venom review was going to be next, but I got home from work and was just wanting to sleep, so I didn't record it. So here we are with the Ghostface. Venom will probably be the next one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not much to really go on about. It's Ghostface. And it's a really good Ghostface. I really like this. Of course, though, if you want like a Ghostface with an insane amount of accessories for practically the same price, go for the ultimate. I know it exists. I seen it before, and I was like, "Yo, that's awesome. I'm gonna buy it another day." And then I never saw it again, so I decided to buy this one. And honestly, I don't care if I don't have all the accessories. Like 9 times out of 10, I'll just put all the accessories in a box, and in Michael's case, lose the entire box, and he has no accessories now. So yeah, I do highly recommend this figure. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. That's about it. Like, subscribe, check out my previous reviews. Got a lot of Spider-Man stuff, got a lot of Marvel Legends stuff, some Black Series. Be a lot more Marvel Legends Black Series stuff coming in the future. Stay tuned. Check out my Instagram, MoonandXO. You can talk to me there. Just see the many, many pictures I've taken from the Spider-Man game. And just get updates and see sneak peeks of figures that I might be reviewing. I have a huge backlog of figures I gotta get through, so I'm gonna try to plow through it in November and December. Kind of got lazy halfway through October, but we're back. I tried to hammer out as many as I could at the end of the month. Sadly, Venom didn't really get to make it. I had like Abomination stuff and MODOK that I was gonna get to, and Hulk stuff too, but I just didn't have the time. But I will be trying to get to that in November. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you have a wonderful day. And if a random person calls you asking about your favorite horror movie, don't answer. Or give the most outlandish response physically possible. Like, I don't know, Halloween Resurrection. That's an interesting one, to say the least. So that's about it. Next year will probably be Jason or Pennywise. So I guess stay tuned to that. And peace. Also, Stu's the best Ghostface, and I'll die on that hill, and that's totally not because he's Shaggy. Totally not.